once again, your host, Michael York.
Thank you very much. You know, each year, NIADA proudly recognizes outstanding leadership in your association. From the presentation of Eagle Awards to naming another inductee into the Ring of Honor, the Cox Automotive Community Service Award, CPO Dealer of the Year, and of course, the Student Scholarships. And this time seems to be a most appropriate one to recognize tonight's Banquet sponsors, the National Auto Auction Association, Mannheim, and of course, Northwood University. Thank you to all our sponsors tonight. And of course, the sponsor of the NIADA President's Ring, Black Book Automotive. Also underwriting this year's NIADA Foundation scholarships, including the NIADA Northwood University Scholarship, is Mannheim. So, right now, let's please welcome, representing Mannheim, the president of Cox Automotive Inventory Solutions, Janet Bernard. Janet?
Well, good evening, everyone. Great to see you all again. I'll say you all clean up really well. I'm really excited to be here tonight, surrounded by such a passionate group of current and future leaders who are committed to the industry that we all care so deeply about. The automotive industry would not be where it is today without people like you driving its success through innovation, education, and the ability to adapt to ever-changing business and consumer needs. To say that we're a resilient group would probably be an understatement. But we are not here tonight to talk about achievements we've accomplished in our careers. Instead, we're here to be inspired by the next generation, those who are poised to make a mark in our dynamic industry. And tonight, NIADA and Cox Automotive will present several scholarships. First, a $10,000 award to a student enrolled at Northwood University. Cox Automotive is proud to have been involved with the NIAD Foundation and Northwood University for more than 10 years. And in fact, over 40 Northwood University alumni work at Cox Automotive today. In addition, we're awarding 4 3,500 regional scholarships to young adults just beginning their academic journey. All of these recipients are amazing in their own way and have already started to build a track record of individual successes. Each has accomplished outstanding academic achievements, contributed to their school and community in meaningful ways, and demonstrated leadership qualities. Just the kind of people I envision will lead the charge for our industry in the years to come. Congratulations to everyone here tonight, especially the winners of the National Leadership Awards. And thank you to all of the parents, family, and friends who made the trip to support these students and witness this exciting moment in their lives. Let's all take a moment to recognize the hard work of these students and what they've put forth, and wish them much success as they pursue their future goals, their dreams, and their passions.
Thank you, Janet. Each year, the NIADA Foundation has proudly invested in 4 young men or women who have displayed outstanding abilities in education. Again, this year, with the assistance of Mannheim, these students will receive a scholarship to the college or university of their choice. Also, each year, a scholarship has been awarded to a current outstanding student to continue on at Northwood University. This year's scholarship is the NIADA Foundation Mannheim Scholarship to Northwood University. The competition for all students is judged by our friends at Northwood, who narrow the field of competitors down to just 4 candidates, representing each of NIADA's 4 regions, as well as selecting the Northwood Scholarship recipient. So would you please welcome from Northwood University the chairman of the Automotive Marketing Department, Mr. L.G. Bright.
Once again, it is great to be in Las Vegas with our heroes, with the entrepreneurs and business leaders of their communities, the dealers. We are so proud at Northwood University to have great partners like the NIADA, like Cox Automotive, and especially tonight, Mannheim. And I think tonight you're going to hear some great stories. And we're big at Northwood about the stories that come. And as you hear the stories of these young people, and you hear the stories of the college student that we have, I'm sure you'll agree with me that they are inspiring and that they are the future leaders, no matter where these high school students go into business at, and for our own going into the automotive industry, they truly are the future leaders of this great industry. Thank you for being who you are, the men and women that run these great dealerships within the communities. The first one that the Optimist, Kiwanis, the Rotary calls on, giving people like myself an opportunity. I remember my days of working in the dealership. God bless you, good luck, and on behalf of Northwood University, keep doing what you do best. Thank you.
Thank you, LG. And now to assist me in honoring the 2017 Scholarship Award winners, if you will, please join me on stage again, representing Mannheim, Janet Bernard, and the president of the NIADA Foundation, Mr. Steve Jordan. Got to have the cool walk-in music. Nice. Year after year, we are introduced to these young people from all across the country. As LG mentioned, so many great stories from towns and cities, large and small. And in each case, they are obviously outstanding students. But what we see over and over again is what happens outside the classroom. That's so much of what speaks to their achievement and really sets them apart from their peers. Their talents and their skills, their resolve, their ambition, their creativity and spirit of giving, and then sharing of their time, their overall commitment to a level of excellence in whatever it is they do. It's all of these things and so much more that will certainly make them an asset to any school they choose to continue their education. So, let's meet this year's scholarship recipients. And some are unable to be with us tonight, so we will begin with our NIADA Foundation Mannheim Scholarship to Northwood University. And the winner is Ali Nasrallah. Ali, if you would come forward and join us on stage. As a student, Ali has shown tremendous aptitude, has a wonderful rapport with his fellow students as well as staff, faculty, and members of the administration. He's been named to the president's list as well as the dean's list, all the while growing his skills according to those around him as a presenter and a speaker. his participation in the Northwood University student-run auto show showed his ability to always be prepared and carry out his duties with a level of enthusiasm that is described as great. One member of the faculty calls his interaction with corporate executives, quote, flawless and highly professional. His participation in a long list of events, his community involvement and campus activities have all shown his passion and his commitment to excellence in all that he does. And with us in the audience tonight is Ali's parents. If you would please stand. Ali, congratulations. We wish you much continued success on being awarded the NIADA Foundation Mannheim Scholarship winner to Northwood University. From Region 1, Logan Edwards Brinks. Logan, if you would, please join us on stage. A graduate of Coopersville High, Logan has proven himself a leader over and over again. As captain of the football team, a member of the National Honor Society, class president, they're all among his long list of offices and accomplishments. Logan's choice for his next level of education includes the University of Michigan, as well as a few others. He says it's always been his desire to pursue a career in the automotive industry, and says he knows with the coming advent of new things and new ways to the business, the best way to succeed in the changing of the automotive world as we know it is just to embrace that change. In his essay, Logan says, quote, I think that the brightest minds at the top of this industry can drive that change. I see a bright future and I would love to be a part of it. Logan's sisters are in the audience with us tonight. If you would please stand. Congratulations to Logan Brinks, your Region 1 scholarship winner. As we mentioned, unfortunately, some of our scholarship winners are unable to be with us tonight, but I'm happy to share just a little bit of their story with you. Thank you again to Janet and to Steve. From Region 2, Braden Gray Martin. Braden says the auto industry has fascinated him since he was a child. And at this stage in his young life, his career goal is to work for an influential and world-altering company as a computer software engineer to impact the world even more through the magic of computers. His community involvement includes peer tutoring, a neighborhood outreach program, and various other community service activities. Braden is a graduate of Hillwood High School in Nashville, Tennessee. His considerations for the next level of education include Cornell, the University of Tennessee, and Belmont College in Nashville. Braden is unable to attend with us tonight, but we wish him well in all of his future endeavors, and our congratulations on being named this year's Region 2 Scholarship recipient. From Region 3, Riley Jean Rayner. Riley is a graduate of Chisholm High in Enid, Oklahoma, an honor graduate and valedictorian of her class. Her long list of academic honors and awards include the Superintendent's Honor Roll, the National Honor Roll, Oklahoma Girls State Delegate. She's interested in attending either Central Oklahoma University or the University of Alabama in the area of pre-law, psychology, and philosophy, hoping to pursue a career as a lawyer or politician, helping others in need. Riley's the daughter of Kimberly and Robert Rayner, and we certainly wish her all the best as she continues her education and her career. From Region 4, Juan Carrillo. Juan is a graduate of Channel Islands High School in Oxnard, California, where he was active in a variety of sports and extracurricular activities, including football, baseball, and taekwondo. A 2016 delegate to California Boys State, as well as serving as Vice President of Future Leaders of America, Juan's been recognized for his academic excellence and his leadership. He says it's his goal to graduate from a prestigious university, majoring in mechanical engineering, and then to pursue his master's degree in automotive technology, to be able to work with classic cars, implementing new technology on them. So all the best to Juan as he continues his education and his career. Big congratulations to all of our scholarship winners, and a very special thank you to Northwood University for again judging this year's competition. And now for the presentation of the President's Award. Please welcome Vice President and North American Auction Director of Black Book Automotive, Mr. Tim West.
Thank you and welcome tonight. For full disclosure, for the last 5 years, I've asked my friend Steve to move me to the end of the program so I don't have to follow those really smart people. And he keeps saying something about balance, so I don't know how that's going to work out next year, but please think about it. Consider it, okay? Anyway, it is a pleasure to represent Black Book and you tonight in presenting the President's Ring. And at this time, I'd love to ask Mr. David Andrews to come forward, your incoming president. David, I need you. Okay. Fine. You're good. How you doing? This is going to show a quick video.
I started working for David Andrews 15 years ago. He gave me a part-time job, and since then he has given me multiple opportunities. David prides all of us from the top to the bottom on customer service. With his leadership and experience, we've been able to grow this company from just a wholesale operation 30 years ago all the way into a used car store that averages 400 cars a month now.
At the top of every successful organization, there's a successful leader, and that leader, David Andrews. David has great qualities, and I've worked with him over the last 15 years, and I've got to know a lot of those qualities. He's very confident, very passionate, very visionary, and one of his visions back in the 90s was the website. He had one of the first automotive websites in the country, and it was challenged that would be successful or not. He's always on that cutting edge, and that's what makes him a great leader.
A lot of things you could say about David, I'm sure would be true of pioneers in their industry. The thing that sets him apart is his integrity. Is if he looks you in the eye and in his mouth writes a check, he will cash it. You could take it to the bank and cash it. David is driven, more driven than anybody I've ever seen. Never misses my birthday. Never misses the anniversary of the date I was hired.
Super excited that he is the incoming NIADA president. We wish you all the best for this upcoming year, and we are here for you. Congratulations.
Congratulations for being elected the new NIADA president. I've had the privilege and honor of knowing you for 20 years and working with you for 14 years, and I can tell you the NIADA will never be the same. You're the most goal-driven man I know, and once you set a goal, you're unwavering at accomplishing that task, and I think the NIADA is going to be well pleased with your service.
I appreciate everything you do for us. I'm sure that NIADA will be proud and very pleased that you're on board with them also.
I work for David at City Auto Finance, which is his floor plan company. Coming to work for David has been one of the best experiences of my life. He's a great man to work for. Will do great things for the NIADA.
I would like to congratulate David on becoming the NIADA president. I know that he'll make a great president. He's a great leader, a great man, It could not go to a more loyal, dedicated, hardworking, and innovative owner and friend and partner. I know that you'll do well, and I know all the employees here at City Enterprises are wishing you the best.
Good luck, David. Congratulations, and I know you'll do a great job.
If anybody needed another job, it's him. I think he'll do fantastic. He's the happiest human being I know. Congratulations, Mr. David.
Two of the most redeeming qualities about David are his work ethic, which is matched by no one, and his positive thinking.
David, congratulations. Best man for the job. Have a great year. You're going to do awesome. Thank you so much for the opportunity you provided me here. No other man I'd rather work for.
Congratulations, David. NIADA will be better because of you.
I don't know anyone else with more passion that genuinely cares about our partners, our employees, our customers, and just people in general. David is compassionate and caring. I'm very excited for the upcoming year and what he has to add value to NIADA.
Congratulations, David!
As the video was about halfway through, David said, "I pay those people really well." And then the last one came on, and he got kind of quiet on that one. But anyway, as you can see, this gentleman's a very successful businessman, floor plan, auto finance, auction business. But as we were in the exhibit hall today, I was talking to David, getting a little more background on him. I've known him for a long time, but he told me some things I didn't know. But one thing that stuck with me was that I said, "David, you're a hybrid guy. You do it all." And he said, "You know, I've had a lot of success and I've done well." He said, "But at the end of the day, I'm a used car dealer." So I think with that, it says it all, and he's going to be a great president.
Thank you, Dave. Here's your Thank you very much. I'm going to put this on right now. That video touches my heart. Steve asked me this afternoon, he said, "Have you seen the video?" I said, "No, I hadn't." He said, "Well, you need to see it before tonight." And I'm glad I did, because I want to thank these guys, these people that work with us and all. But I got a question for you. When you were a little kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? An astronaut? A doctor? A fireman? Never at any point do I remember thinking to myself, I want to be a used car salesman when I grow up. I bet you didn't either. But here we are, all together in Las Vegas at NIAD's 2017 Convention and Expo. Some of the best and brightest car dealers around, representing an auto industry that has tens of thousands of businesses, sold 14.3 million cars last year and generated $105 billion in annual sales revenue. That's a lot. Together, we are changing the face of what it means to be a car dealer, which is good. Used car dealers have come a long way. My name is David Andrews. I'm humbled to be your newly elected president. It's truly an honor of a lifetime for me to represent you, the NIADA Executive Committee, and our nearly 17,000 members. Since it's unlikely I will be winning an Oscar in the future, I want to take a few moments here instead. This is my Oscar, to recognize a few people who have stood with me through the years. Thank you to my business partners. You guys are awesome. My fellow NIADA Executive Committee members and past presidents, Billy Threadgill, Frank Fuzzi, Arlen Keene, and Chris Martin, just to mention a few. This is a really important part right here. Thank you also to the management staff of NIADA, as well as all our employees at City Auto, City Auto Finance, City Enterprises, Dealers Auto Auction. You guys are awesome. It's great being with you. However, I wouldn't be here tonight without my beautiful wife, Mary Ann. Listen, she's put up with me for 20 years, and that's not easy. You are my best friend, my confidant, and the love of my life. I thank God for bringing you into my life and giving me a chance to experience this journey with the only thing I love more than cars, and that's you. Our conference has been all about charting your course to success. And in my experience, starting a new adventure, there are three things you've got to have. You've got to have passion, inspiration, and time. For the last 40 years, I've enjoyed jogging. Actually, I'm obsessed with jogging. And over time, it has become a passion of mine. On March the 27th, 2003, I began a jogging streak. For over 14 years and 5,193 days, including the 3 miles I ran this morning, I still haven't missed a day. Believe me, I've had plenty of reasons to skip a day. Rain, snow, ice, food poisoning, car wrecks, and some really big dogs, I'm telling you. They're out there. You just go out and run, you're going to find them. I've had to face to keep my streak alive, but I'm passionate about it, so I press on. Selling cars and helping customers is another passion of mine. When you can honestly say that after being in the used car business for 45 years, you don't consider that you've ever worked a day, and don't consider 16-hour days work, surely you can say you're passionate about it. I was talking to Marianne a couple of months ago, and I mentioned to her, I said, maybe I ought to retire. Her suggestion was, yeah, you probably can find something you like to do. It just didn't add up to me. Why would I quit doing something I love to do to try to find something I like to do? So retirement's out. You know, the next thing I think you need that's crucial is inspiration. Does anybody know this gentleman? I'm going to tell you about him. His name is Jack Taylor, and Jack Taylor inspires me. He started a little business you might have heard of called Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and was well known for encouraging entrepreneurship in all of his employees. This is the great part. He started Enterprise Rent-A-Car with 7 cars, a second mortgage, which we all know about, and a big dream. By 1980, his fleet had grown to 6,000 cars. In 1989, he had over 50,000 cars for rent. Now Enterprise has $19.4 billion in revenue and more than $1.7 billion in profit, and a slogan nobody can forget: Enterprise will pick you up. Jack inspires us to believe that having an entrepreneurial spirit, working hard, and having fun can go together. We're all Jack Taylors at heart. Just look at the amazing businesses we've built, the employees we've hired, and the customers we serve. It's amazing. The final element you must have to chart your course is time. We are all given the gift of time. In fact, we all start the week with the same 168 hours. Regardless of who we are, whether it be Bill Gates or Oprah Winfrey or even Steve Jordan, our allotment is the same. However, the passions and inspirations you invest your time on are uniquely your own. Time is vital in becoming a good runner. Time is vital in building a business. Time is vital in securing a legacy that inspires others. And time is vital in having the success that likely drove you to come to our conference this week. Are times changing? Definitely. Just look at BP. They spent $150 million trying to show us how not to sell cars. We are all pioneers, we're all trailblazers, and we're all visionaries. These are times ripe with opportunity, times for making the seemingly impossible possible. There are millions of low-mileage, late-model cars headed to the used car market, and the availability of credit has never been better. now is the best time ever to be a used car dealer. Your NIADA association is here to help you, and it's your association. Our success depends on your willingness to find your passion and invest your time so that you can inspire others to do the same. This is why I'm so excited to be your president this year, so I can continue to empower you to find ways to chart your own success. I want to leave you with a quote tonight from a fellow car lover. His name's Henry Ford. You've probably heard of him. And he says this, and I believe this: whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. I certainly think you can, and now it's time for you to as well. Thank you very much. I'll give you my 100% this year in the success of this association.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir.
I know you're going to have a terrific year. So it has been a banner year for new members being added to the ranks of this association, and we have several very special membership awards to present tonight. Obviously, membership is vital to any association in any industry, and that is most certainly true for NIADA and the always changing automotive industry. The individuals you're about to meet are being recognized for their leading roles in bringing new members in a huge way, and by doing so, ultimately bringing new ideas and a wave of future leaders that we will one day celebrate. So, we will now recognize your NIADA Crystal Eagle Award winners. As I call your name, please join your new president on stage and remain here for a group photo. From the state of Alabama, Roger Fields, Dealers Auto Auction of Huntsville. From the Carolinas, Darla Boer, Deal Depot. Kim Bradshaw, First Nations Auto Sales. Marshall Perry, Marshall's Used Cars. Marty Coates, Coates & Associates. Will Davis, G&B Auto Sales. Steve Wetmore, McAdenville Motors. Daryl Jackson, Crown Auto Sales and Finance. Steve Matthews, Matthews Motors. Kevin Pendergrass, Carolina Auto Sales of Myrtle Beach, and Jane Harris, CIADA. From the Carolinas, please give them a big hand. about a hand for the Carolinas? From the state of Georgia, Dennis Pope, People's Financial. Glenn Reeves, Reeves Insurance Associates. Julie Colgate, Independent Dealers Advantage. And Roy Daniel, Automotive Dealers Finance. State of Georgia. And from the state of Texas. I knew you guys were here somewhere, yeah. Ahmed Belmeshkin, New Rio Grande Motors, and Wayne Meager, MD Auto Sales. How about one more big round of applause for all our Crystal Eagle winners. And thank you, Mr. President. And now for the NIADA Cox Automotive Community Service Award presented by Mannheim. Please welcome to the podium once again the President of Cox Automotive Inventory Solutions, Janet Bernard.
All right, we're almost there, guys. Thanks so much again for allowing us to participate in this way in the program tonight. I'm in great company today. It's an honor to be here among this group of leaders to present the 2017 NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award presented by Mannheim. This award recognizes an independent dealer for its outstanding contributions to its community and the innovative and meaningful ways the dealership collaborates with community partners to help further their missions. That's a lot to digest, but when you think about it, the criteria represent a legacy that, dare I say, truly pays it forward. On behalf of all of us at Cox Automotive, I'd like to congratulate this year's nominees for demonstrating how every person, every organization, every day can make a difference when it comes to serving their communities. Turning words into action. That's how the more than 33,000 team members at Cox Automotive help shape a better world. Our business is closely tied to the communities we serve. The belief that being a good community citizen is good business remains one of our strongest values, and it plays out in a variety of ways. From philanthropic grants to in-kind donations to employee volunteer hours. We know that the communities we serve are stronger and our business is stronger as well when we collaborate with others to address human needs. And whether it's the volunteer efforts of thousands of Cox Automotive team members, partnerships with organizations that advance diversity and inclusion, or support for programs that provide food, shelter, and opportunity for millions of our neighbors, we tackle big problems by leveraging the power of people who simply care. And today, I'm here to make the point that each of us can do something, that doing business can't be separate from doing the right thing. The intangible benefits alone, such as pride, satisfaction, and accomplishment, are worthwhile reasons to get involved. But more importantly, when we share our resources, time, and talents, we solve problems, strengthen communities, improve lives, connect to others, and transform our own lives. That's a lot more than selling used cars, guys. As we celebrate the finalists and winner of the Cox Automotive Community Service Award presented by Mannheim, I hope you have an aha moment. There's a strong business case to be made for making community service a priority, and at the same time, knowing you work for an operation that helps pay it forward for those who come after us. Getting involved in making a difference is the common thread that binds us all. And this year's winner of the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award clearly embodies this philosophy. Selected from an impressive list of deserving nominees, this dealership distinguished itself in service to its community by understanding the importance of giving back and caring for people and neighborhoods where their operations are located. Among this dealership's many accomplishments are raising more than $70,000 the past 2 years for the Clayton Area Ministries, a local nonprofit organization that provides food, medicine, and utility bill assistance to thousands of area residents. This dealership also raised more than $10,000 since 2015 to provide free mammograms to area women who cannot afford them. But their accomplishments can't be measured in numbers alone. In addition to their fundraising efforts, this dealership and its employees have selflessly dedicated their time to activities supporting civic organizations such as Toys for Tots, the American Red Cross, Harbor Incorporated, and the Johnston County Crisis Center. In addition to serving on the board of the Johnston County Education Foundation, the dealership's owner supports JOCO Teen Drivers, a county-wide student-led program aimed at reducing teen driving fatalities. From helping local families meet their children's school supply needs to serving as a drop-off location for winter coat drives benefiting needy kids, this dealership's genuine love and compassion for children serves as a guidepost for their generosity. Throughout the years, this dealership has been widely recognized by numerous civic and government organizations for its comprehensive, heartfelt community outreach, and now it's our turn. So on behalf of Cox Automotive and its more than 33,000 team members, I'm proud to recognize and congratulate this year's winner of the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award presented by Mannheim, Matthews Motors of Clayton, North Carolina. For their leadership in making a difference through community service, Matthews Motors will receive $10,000 to donate to the charity or charities of their choosing. Please join me in congratulating again Dale and Steve Matthews, owner of Matthews Motors and this year's winner of the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Cox Automotive, to Mannheim, and to NIADA. What a pleasure it is to be here to receive this award tonight. Very humbling. And I'd like to think that everybody would take this with you when you leave here, that we're all blessed so that we can be a blessing to others. The charity that I chose to give this to started in 1982 out of somebody's apartment in Clayton, North Carolina. They started out of a little cinder block building that was about 300 square feet, if you could imagine that. They gave away beans and corn. Today it has grown to serve more than 700 to 800 people a month in the tiny town of Clayton, North Carolina, and continues to grow. And we have a capital campaign started right now, which we're looking for a larger facility to help take care of these people. And the person that's been at the head of that has been my gorgeous bride of 26 years, Dale. And she has really done a wonderful job. And like I say, we all go about our business each and every day, and we're all blessed. But I truly believe that the Lord has blessed us so that we can reach out and be a blessing to others. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Thank you, Janet, and congratulations to Steve and Dale and everyone at Matthews Motors. In 2008, this association launched the NIADA Certified Pre-Owned Program. This new award, in only its second year, is again being presented this evening to the Certified Pre-Owned Dealer of the Year, recognizing the best of those dealers from all across the country who have excelled in offering this program to their customers. This award is presented based on quality of dealer operations, vehicle certification process, volume of CPO vehicles sold, as well as the dealer's commitment to providing a better product on higher level of service to their customers as well as their community. So, making tonight's presentation and leading the automotive division of AMT Warranty, Warrantech, and AmTrust Financial Company since 2011, please welcome their Executive Vice President, Mr. Chris Murphy.
Thank you. Very proud to be part of this great convention, wonderful show, and to see many familiar faces. Steve and the team did a great job, don't you think? A little round of applause. Warrantech has been the administrator of the NIADA CPO program for over 5 years now. I'm also proud to announce the recipient for the NIADA CPO program Dealer of the Year Award. This is the leading program for all certified programs specifically created for independent dealers. We are proud to say that this is the only nationally recognized program in the nation. It's a big deal. We created the CPO Dealer of the Year Award to recognize the quality of dealership operations, the vehicle certification process standards, and the volume of CPO sales. The dealer's commitment to providing a better product, level of service to his customers and community, and of course following code of ethics recognized by NIADA. This year's recipient has shown a willingness to share innovative ideas through the CPO program, like his 100-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee on top of the CPO standard terms. He invests in the long-term commitment of the program through strong staff development and training programs and capital investment in cutting-edge technology, all to meet and exceed customers' ever-shifting expectations. He has an immense dedication to local, state, and national charitable causes, including fundraising events for diabetes, cancer research, plus many more community service endeavors. This recipient has also an unwavering commitment to the NIADA Code of Ethics and has an involvement as an NIADA Foundation board member, volunteering time to enhance the industry's image. It is my honor to announce this year's recipient of the NIADA CPO Deal of the Year Award, Mr. Todd Hoagie, CEO of Auction Direct USA. Todd?
Thank you, Chris. A little easier the second time. I'm really, first of all, congratulations, David. And to answer your question, I attended my first auto auction at age 3. And I knew at that point that I wanted to be a car dealer when I grew up. I really did. So tonight, along with the rest of my automotive career, it really is a dream come true. Thanks for reminding me. Thank you, Chris. I want to thank, I'm really pleased that Auction Direct won this award tonight, because there are some people that I really want to publicly thank for helping us get to this point. This is the second year in a row that we've won this award, and there's a lot of people that contributed to our success. First of all, I want to thank the NIADA and the folks that created the CPO program. And a lot of the folks that 3 or 4 of the folks that I'm going to recognize tonight don't get any recognition normally, so you might not know who they are, but they're very instrumental in the background at producing a program that has been extremely successful. And from an NIADA perspective, one of the folks that I rely on is Scott Lilja, so I wanted to thank Scott for his help with the program. I also want to recognize from Warren Tech a couple of near and dear friends of ours from, it's only been a couple of years, but specifically Natalie Suarez. And I know that she was instrumental in developing the program along with NIADA, and it could have stopped there, but it didn't. And since May, I think, of 2015, we've been doing this, doing the CPO program, and she has literally worked side by side with us, including the launch, for 2 years to get us to this point, and I appreciate that. And I also want to recognize a couple other folks at table 10, that being Boxer Billy Carr and Michael Sims, who, you know, I mean, you guys don't get any credit, but you do a fantastic job, you know, of training and support. And I just wanted to call you out. Your enthusiasm is contagious, and I appreciate that. I also want to recognize Kevin Condon, who's in our audience tonight. He's the general manager of our store in Raleigh, North Carolina. Kevin is coincidentally up for the National Quality Dealer of the Year Award tomorrow night. Well deserved. But I wanted to say that over the last couple of years, over the last 2 years since we launched this program, we've sold close to 3,000 CPO vehicles. There's a demand there for CPO vehicles that makes up right now about 20% of our business. It's a very high demand product. Kevin's store has sold about 1,300 of those vehicles. So I'm very proud of Kevin, and I'm very thankful for the group effort from Warren Tech, from NIADA, and from Kevin. I've done my best to promote this program over the last couple of years, but I have to say that, you know, I'm up here for the second year in a row, so maybe I'm not doing a great job of promoting it. But I will say that if you guys, you know, I know that the CPO program, it's not a fad. The CPOs are here to stay. I'm going to continue to reinvent what we do with the CPO program, and if you guys, you know, if you guys don't get on board, I'll be up here again next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and congratulations, Todd. At this time, for the presentation of the coveted NIADA Ring of Honor, please welcome the CEO of NIADA, Mr. Steve Jordan.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you guys for all attending this year. What a great convention we've had so far, and I'd love to be able to take all the credit for it, but I certainly cannot. I want to recognize the great team that we have at NIADA and all of our staff members: Angela, Holly, Sean, Chase, Troy, Reed, Gabby, Jacinda, Taylor, Scott, Andy, Diane, Chuck, Michael Marashlian, and the list goes on and on with people that just aren't even here. But I want to have you join me in a large round of applause for the staff that actually makes this entire week happen. So thank you guys so much. And if I forgot somebody, I'll probably hear about it next week. But I also want to thank my wife, Tasha. Normally, you know, in the weeks and months leading up to the convention, I'm a little bit of an absentee father, so appreciate you putting up with that. You know I love you. And David, I'm looking forward to working with you this year as our president. I know you have a long and distinguished list of accomplishments. I think tonight you can add to that list seeing some of the most prominent car dealers in the country cry like babies. So we appreciate everything that you're going to do and looking forward to working with you. So with that, as you know, from time to time, NIADA selects a person or persons from within the automobile industry to receive NIADA's highest allied industry award, the Ring of Honor. These are men and women who have dedicated their careers to the industry, always giving of their time and resources and experience to improve the image of the automotive industry and assisting its dealers. This year's inductee will be the 29th such individual to be inducted into this circle of honor and prestige. Our inductee tonight has a bio that reads like a who's who of the automotive and finance industry. His career spans several decades. He began a law practice in 1973 as a founding partner, became a CEO, was editor-in-chief of a respected industry service reporting on the legal issues and developments in the auto and finance and lease business. He was recently named one of the best lawyers in America in his specialty area. In 2009, he was awarded Lawyer of the Year and was the recipient of a Lifetime Achievement Award. He is a past chair of the American Bar Association and the Financial Services Committee's specialty area on personal property finance, with clients both here and abroad, including major banks, finance company, and trade associations. He has positioned himself as the go-to authority on all things finance and automotive. An accomplished author of many books, including the Car Law series, he is a frequent presenter at most any major gathering that has anything to do with cars, law, or automotive finance. He has been recognized as an expert in his field, too numerous to mention here, but perhaps one of the things we are the most proud of is his longstanding relationship with NIADA, our members, and dealers who have been educated over the years by his contributions and his expertise. So it is with great pride and appreciation that we recognize him once again tonight with this much-deserved honor. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our newest inductee into the Ring of Honor, a true automotive industry icon and accomplished attorney, Mr. Tom Hudson. Tom?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Steve says the podium is mine. Earlier in the evening, he said, don't say in 600 words what you can say in 6. So I'm going to be brief. My wife also always has advice for me in situations like this. She says if somebody does you honor, what you do is you be sincere, you be grateful, and you be seated. So I intend to do just that. You've heard from me plenty over the years. But I will say it really is moving to look around the audience and see so many friends, to have so many memories in the audience of all the things we've done together. It speaks volumes, I'm afraid to say, that a lawyer gets nominated for an honor like this, but I'm very, very appreciative, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Steve, and congratulations, Mr. Hudson. At this time, to install the incoming 2017-2018 NIADA officers, please welcome past chairman, Mr. Frank Fuzzi. Frank?
Okay, the NIADA Nominating Committee met by teleconference on May 19, 2017, and voted unanimously to recommend to the NIADA Board of Directors meeting that was yesterday the following candidates. And at this time, I would like to bring them up to officially swear them in. So as I call your name, please come forward on the stage here. Chairman of the Board, Billy Threadgill from South Carolina. For President, David Andrews from Tennessee. President-elect, Andy Gabler from Pennsylvania. Senior Vice President, Henry Mullinex from Alabama. For Secretary, our first-timer on the board, Dan Reels from Ohio. For Treasurer, my good friend Scott Allen from Texas. For Region 1 VP President, Lou Tedeschi from Massachusetts. From Region 2 Vice President and my region, Billy Threadgill from Georgia. Another first-timer for the board, Region 3 Vice President Gordon Tormely from Illinois. And finally, Region 4 Vice President Joe McCloskey from Colorado. Gotta tighten up a little bit, gentlemen. Okay, I am now proud and honored to officially install the officers of NIADA. Gentlemen, you have been chosen by your fellow members to faithfully serve this association with all your wisdom, talent, and capability. The coming year will bring you trials and challenges, but it can also bring you great victories for this association and for your own business as well. If you choose to do the work you have been elected to do, you're elected by your fellow members. It's a great honor. And it is likewise a great responsibility that cannot be taken lightly. You were elected because your fellow members had trust and faith in your decision and making ability. I urge you to fulfill that trust and faith diligently and serve your fellow members to your industry and your families in this position of authority. If you agree to serve on these conditions of faith and trust, please signify saying, I do. I do. Congratulations to everyone. This is your new slate. Ladies and gentlemen, help me give an applause, and we are done. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank, and thanks to all the incoming officers. We wish you a very successful year. Well, looks like we're now less than 24 hours from another amazing big show and the National Quality Dealer Awards. I can't wait to see you there. Make plans to join us tomorrow night for NIADA's live broadcast of the National Quality Dealer Awards. And don't forget to tell everyone back home they can watch the awards on NIADA.tv. Thanks for joining us. That's our show for tonight. Enjoy your evening in Las Vegas. Good night, everyone.